Hey everyone, Karen from Master Spirit Guides. I hope you're doing well tonight. So this is going to be one of those lovely conversations with the spirit guides to get our mind off of things going on in the world. So you guys have asked a lot of questions regarding karma, soul contracts. There's more questions about soul contracts and curses, which is interesting because I've never really. I'll be interested to see what your questions are and how the spirit guides respond to those. So this is part one. We will have part two coming in a couple days. And so if you have additional questions after we go through this today, then we'll keep adding. Okay. And we'll do a part three if you guys have interest. Okay. So if you haven't seen the soul contract, we have, I think I know we have two for sure on just basic soul contract questions. I'm going to go ahead and post them here and here, here and here and there. Okay. And if you're new to the channel, I do have a Start Here playlist that I will put right there. That would be a great place for you to start. And the soul contract videos are actually in the Start Here. So, but if you haven't seen the soul contract videos, I will, like I said, put them at the end screen at the end of the video. And I'll also put them in the description below. Okay? All right. So for those who are new, one of the things I do is, and most people, I think everybody does who's working with divination tools, is just have a prayer of protection. And so the prayer that I use is listed in the description. This is what I say. I close my aura to all but my higher self, the God consciousness, my guides and guardians, and ask Archangel Michael to please protect this channel so it's only of the light. Amen. Okay, so, and that is the purpose of that, is to make sure that you are only inviting in the light and you know exactly who you're getting information from. Okay. Okay, so you're going to notice here we have a yes and a no on the screen. And that is how you can kind of follow along as to how my spirit guides are responding to these questions. And I keep adjusting myself so you guys can see the end of the dowsing rods. If you notice that, it looks like right now, so they're saying hello basically. That's a yes. But you'll notice the other one is moving still, right? But you can tell the difference, right? And I can definitely feel the difference. I can't even feel this one moving. In here, in these little, it's round. You might not be able to see it because of the camera. There we go. You see that? This is separate from this, okay? When they are moving, so can you guys give me a no actually? Okay, so they're moving. I'm not moving that. They're moving that. Okay. And I can actually feel it because the energy behind it is much stronger. The other one is moving a little bit. See that? But I don't actually feel that. So that's how I know. I don't even have to look at the screen. Like I know how they're responding. One, because I can feel it, and two, I can see it obviously from my vantage point. So. Okay, so let's go ahead. These, again, are questions from the community, and we did a call out for questions on karma, and we've been collecting them. And so you can always, anywhere in the channel, basically, whatever video you're on, you can ask questions, and we throw them into our spreadsheets. And then when we have enough questions on topics, we'll do a video like this. All right, so just to kind of set the stage about karma, all right? So I'm going to ask, so let me just say hello to my spirit guides. Hello, you guys. So are you in a place where you're comfortable answering questions for us regarding karma? We have got additional soul contract questions and curses. Yes. Okay. And so just so my audience knows, because I know that this is true for them, for my spirit guides, But if there's something you're not comfortable or you don't think is in our best interest to know, will you respond? No. Okay. Can you show me what it looks like when you don't respond? Okay. They're never, ever that still. Okay. Thanks, you guys. All right. So let's go ahead and get started then. So for us to understand karma a little bit, all right, is it true that humans are souls who volunteer to incarnate in order to learn as much as possible about the experience of being human? Yes. Okay. It's interesting because we've never put it that way before about the learning how to, to learn as much about what it's like to be human. Is that really what we're doing, is learning what it's like to be human? Okay. Yes. And is it because being human is such a different experience than we can get in any other realm in the universe? Yes. Are there beings that live in other realms in the universe? Yes. Okay. Are there a lot of other realms, like more than 1,000 other realms that spirits live in or live on or can go visit? Yes. Okay. See, so this is good. I got a whole slew of other questions about that kind of stuff. So feel free, but we're talking about karma right now. Okay. All right. So does this particular learning experience on Earth as being human, does this learning experience take place over multiple human lifetimes, typically? Yes. Are there some humans on Earth right now for the very first time? Some souls on Earth right now for the very first time? Yes. Is there anyone in our community here, the Ask the Spirit Guides community, who are on Earth for the very first time? No. Would you consider, well, let me just ask, are most of those in this community who find themselves comfortable hanging out in this community, are we mostly considered old souls? Yes. Okay. So can I ask if 100% of those who enjoy and are in community with the Ask the Spirit Guides channel, are we all 100% old souls? No. Okay. So I was just trying to get a little information for all of us. They have put me in the old soul category. So is that true? Okay. And what that means is we've just incarnated many, 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 many times, correct? Okay. Okay. All right. But the thing is we all still have amnesia. We come down, we're starting fresh again, sort of. I mean, not really, but sort of, as a human, we're starting fresh again. But obviously we've got a lot behind us. Okay. So as young incarnated souls, we make a lot of mistakes, and through these many incarnations, have we accumulated a serious pile of karma? Really? Oh, great. Okay, yes. So what percentage of our community here is old souls? Would you say 50%? Yes. Would you say 75%? Yes. Okay. So there's like 25, is it more than 75%? So 25% of the community here are they maybe like young adult souls? Yes. Are there any, let's just say, infant souls in this community? Okay. So we're finding ourselves together as like a soul family because of the amount of times we have incarnated on Earth, correct? That's probably why we can relate to each other. So yes, look at. That's probably why we're relating so well. And then the folks who don't relate, they're like, yeah, I'm out of here, you know? And that's totally fine, you know, and that's okay. Like I'm starting to understand that more. So, okay. So if that's the case, if 100% of us are adult to old soul, then is it safe to assume that all of us have a lot of karma built up? Okay, yes. Okay, well, let's dig into what karma is a little bit. Okay, and I'm not even sure, like, it depends on what your questions are, you guys. So, okay, let me just ask some basic questions. So, is karma a thing? Yes. Is karma negative? Only negative? No. Is karma also positive? So you can have good and bad karma. Is that correct? Okay, if you have more good karma, does that balance the bad karma? Yes. And would you say that most of us in this community have had a balance of karma? Yes. Okay, good. Okay, so is there typically karma we have to clear or make up for or anything like that? No. Okay. Okay. So should we as a community be working on clearing our karma? Oh, yes. Okay. So I think I did do a karma clearing, you guys. I don't know if it's in the spirit circle or maybe I'll do one for the public channel too. I'll have to look at that. Would doing an energy clearing with you and our own spirit teams, would that be enough to say, like, I just clear any negative, let's just say karmic debt? Oh, wow. Okay. I think I did ask that in the clearing I did recently about that. That if you do it, you know, a number of times that you can clear your karmic debt. And I'm using the word karmic debt because in the Golden Future, which is a book we're reading in the Spirit Circle, which is the membership for the channel, she talks karmic debt. So that's just a term that the author of the Golden Future uses. Okay. Okay, so is karma built into our soul contracts? Yes. Okay. Again, if you need to go back to basics on soul contracts, again, I'll list those videos here. Okay. Or they're in the description below too, as well. All right. So yes, they are built into our soul contracts. When sitting with our guides and angels in preparation for our reincarnation to Earth, do we plan or schedule opportunities in our life for clearing our karmic debt? Yes. Does that life plan also include opportunities to experience or benefit from the good karma we've acquired in our previous lifetimes? Yes. Okay. So if we set out to clear some of our negative karmic debt, basically, if we set out to do that, is it automatic that we end up doing it? No. Okay. So is that why it's accumulated over lifetimes? Yes. Okay. When we move into the Golden Future, apparently we're moving into the Golden Future, everyone, if you're new to the channel, like in the next 7, 8, 9 years. Is there going to be, we're going into another iteration of humanity, basically, which is why souls are being born differently, like with different pronouns, okay? That is an evolution. It's a part of evolution. And that's where Source is taking us as a society. So that I have a feeling that, and I don't know if I read this in the Golden Future, but by like 2050, I don't think pronouns is going to be a thing. Like it's just not, I mean, there's going to be for birthing reasons, still that kind of stuff. But anyways, I think we'll end up being more open to it, So it actually, yeah, it's just part of evolution. So how did I get off on that? Okay, I have no idea. I just lost my train of thought how I got off on that, but okay, I guess I'm feeling protective of our trans community and our LGBTQ community, everyone who's different because of evolution, All right, if we follow our soul contract, do we only incur karma, positive or negative, by the utilization of our free will? Yes. Okay. And again, if you go back to soul contracts, you'll find out that we don't always fulfill our soul contracts. So, all right. Our individual prayers, whatever we feel compelled to pray for, is that just a way for us to align with our own soul contract? Oh, wow. Yes. That's a question I haven't heard before. Look at that wide swing on that too. Okay, you see how they're swinging? It looks like they're swinging both, you guys. They're really not. That's not a yes and a no. Okay, they swung really wide and then the other one just kind of moved next to it. Okay. All right. I'm still wondering why I got off on that tangent. I had a reason for it, but you guys probably wouldn't know what it is just listening. Maybe, hopefully. Okay, so I've got how many? We're on question 3 and we have 17. So it depends on how much I add in between there. So is karma only part of a religious practice that has caught on in society? No. Okay. Do we as humans interpret karma the way that you in the spirit world interpret it though? Oh, okay. Yes. So, all right. So we are understanding it correctly. Is that right? And we maybe will after we continue to ask more questions. All right, number 4. If we live our lives trying not to cause harm to others, does that help us avoid accumulating karmic debt? Yes. If we unknowingly do the opposite on occasion, are those actions part of what generates our karmic debt? No. So like if I have, crabby days or something, does that, and I'm, maybe not so kind because I'm crabby or I'm tired or something, is that an accumulation of karmic debt? No. Okay, so we have to figure out what is an accumulation. Is it like pretty intense actions would be karmic debt? Like okay, so yes. So if you've harmed somebody, of course we always go, I'm going negative, but if we harm somebody in a pretty severe way that it pulls them off of their soul contract, would that be karmic debt? No. Okay. They're like, no. All right, so it's more significant events. It's not, okay, so it's not the day-to-day stuff. Okay, all right.